Welcome to my channel. This is well, it used to be a podcast all about knitting, spinning, and fiber crafts, fiber arts. But now I seem to be doing a vlog. So welcome to my vlog. I don't know if this is 6 or 7. I'm not sure. Anyway, welcome back. I am focusing mainly on getting this done. This is the home camisole by Kydri. This is my second. I am flying through this. I think this is only 3 days of work so far, and I'm getting there. I think I only have like 3 inches left of the body. And then I'm gonna add some short rows, which I didn't to my first one. So I'm gonna add some short rows to this one, just to lengthen the back a little bit. And then I'm doing all the same 3.25 millimeter needles, I-cord bind off everywhere. It's gonna be awesome. It's kind of like, it's really pretty pink. It's like a pretty beigey kind of pink. Go with most things. I'm very, very happy with it so far. The first one fits me super comfortably. So this one I knit almost the exact same. I did add a stitch, 2 stitches to the body, which I kind of did before I wore. So I've tried the first one on. So I did try it on, but then I thought maybe the body of it, like the bust felt great, but the body of it felt like it kind of cinched in a little bit. So then I decided to add some stitches to the body of my second one. And then I wore it first and it stretched out a little bit, like it kind of relaxed a bit. So I realized that I actually love the fit of the first one perfectly, which was a true size small. So I added 2 stitches to the body above a size small. This one I was knitting to a true size medium, which would be too big at this point. So I did do some decreases just after splitting, like not splitting for sleeves. Yeah, right. Doing the body. I might just have to cinch it up a little bit when I go back and I do the I-cord edging around the armholes, because I don't want them to gape, which they're like borderline doing with the first one. So anyway, I'm just aware of that. I know exactly, I have all the stitch counts on my phone from when I did the first one. So I know exactly how many I need to pick up and do the I-cord bind off. So that's awesome. I'm really excited about this. It'll definitely be done this week, and it should be done before the Bachelorette. Today is Monday. The Bachelorette I leave for on Friday. So I would like to have this cast off by Thursday, blocking overnight. And then if it's not fully dry, I can just pop it in the dryer on delicate. It was just what I did with the green one, so that I could take it with me or wear it out to dinner. Wow, geez. Just a fluster this morning. I did manage to ply the first 100 grams of my through-line spin, which was a dark green Corriedale and then a variegated greeny aqua merino. And so plied that this morning. It went well, did it on my e-spinner, so it was super fast, super quick. Used a tension lazy Kate, so minimal issues there. And I'm really excited about it. I don't know. I will show you this second. I'm gonna vlog this second ply when I have like more time to actually like set up and do that, which I'll hopefully get time Thursday. This is a really busy week, and that's not even like, you know, we could have showings for the house because our house is for sale right now. And that'll just add a lot more stress to the day or to the week. But right now we just have cars going in for servicing and oil changes and servicing and tires being changed back to summer tires. There's just so much going on. And then I'm going to my parents' house, which is great. So I'm going to my parents' house, which I love going to the country, and I get to run there in the country, and it's just so much better than running around a neighborhood. Although I do go down to the lake all the time to run here, but running in the country is just even better. And there's a lake there too, so I can go to that and go past my old grandparents' house where we kind of grew up. So anyway, would be nice to do that. We'll see. But I am going to my parents' house anyway. I bought a new flyer, which I showed you in the last vlog. So I have used it. I spun the remainder of the merino on it, and it's wonderful. I love it. And I'm gonna stain it. So it's gotta match the rest of my wheel. So I went and I picked up new can of the stain. I used Minwax Poly Shades, which is, it's a great stain, but it has the top coat, the polyurethane, mixed into the color. So it's really more of a paint than a stain. Like, you don't rub it in. You paint it on and you leave it. Which was great. Like, it's a beautiful finish, and it really adds a lot of weight and like density to the wood. I've like hammered it, the wood that's been stained, and like not a mark on it. So can't complain about that. In the end, I think it's worth the work. The mahogany finish on my wheel is stunning, but I will say it was a lot of work to get there, and I kind of want to touch it up. I don't know. I can't decide. I kind of want to, the one beam in the front of my wheel, the front left, and I'll show you when I go to stain, I'm going to show the process and how I do it, because I know there's a lot of people who really want to stain their wheels, and they're maybe a little nervous to do it. I know I was very nervous. I looked up every possible tutorial I could find online for staining your wheel, and there was very minimal to nothing. And when I did find, it was people who were doing the rub-in stains, which is way easier, by the way. If you're going to stain your wheel and you have like an ornate wheel, like it's not a lot of flat, you've got a lot of woodwork in there, like anything like the Traveler or like the Minstrel, like you're gonna wanna do a rub-on stain, because stain that I used just pooled in the crevices, and then it dripped over the side, over like, it was a mess, and it was really hard to get a good stain on it, and it does have it now. But the one ornate piece in the front, I think, I wouldn't say it's a maiden upright. I don't know. Mother of all support beam. I don't know. It definitely got a thicker coat than any of the other pieces on the wheel. Like, it's dark. It is dark on there. And that's okay. Like, it's fine, but it's noticeable to me. It's noticeably a shade darker than everything else on the wheel. So I might sand it a little bit, especially like, I won't sand the whole thing, but I might sand like all of the flatter places, get a couple of coats off, and then put a new coat on. And it might just add some like nice, I don't know, chatoyancy is not the right word, but it might add some nice like variegation and like some ombre. So like the center of those longer pieces will be a little bit lighter, rubber mahogany color. I don't know. I'm really nervous to do it. I know I'll be fine. Like, it'll be fine. I'm nervous that I would hate it. But then if I hate it, I'll just do another coat, because I did buy a new can. The reason I bought a new can is because my dad used a lot of the stain that I had left in my big can from my first stain job to do a beautiful rocking horse for my daughter, which is wonderful. And I think just between him using it for that and then me using it to touch up my wheel multiple times, it's just been exposed to air too much, and it's at the end anyway. So I feel like the safest thing for me to do, if I want to touch up my wheel and I want to stain the flyer and the 4 bobbins that I bought, I think the best thing would be to just buy a new can. So I did, but I bought the teeny one because, believe it or not, my wheel did not use that much. Like, I didn't even get to halfway finished through the big can with my wheel, and my jumbo bobbins and flyer like did not even get through half the can. So I bought a new little can, and we're gonna go and we're gonna stain the flyer and the bobbins and maybe touch up the wheel. I don't know. I'm gonna bring the wheel with me. I'm gonna see it in different lighting. My dad's gonna be so mad at me because I have touched up that wheel. I spent days just touching up, and every time I would sand something to touch it up, I would ruin something else, and then I'd have to go back, and then I'd get it perfect, and then there'd be like little bristles from the brush breaking off and in the stain, and you'd only see it when it dries. And oh my gosh, it was it was heartbreaking to stay in this wheel. Let's just say that. It was a roller coaster for my heart because I just wanted it so bad. But anyway, I got it. My wheel is gorgeous. I am really considering, I'm really considering redoing that. Just that one piece. But this is the thing. I get in there, I see it in a different lighting, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that piece and that piece. And then I get in there and I start doing so much that I shouldn't be doing. And then I'll end up with, the whole wheel will be dark because I'll do a million different touch-ups. I'm just nervous about it. I'm thinking I might just leave the wheel at home and not do it because it is perfect right now. It's just that one piece is dark and it's right on the front. So I think it should be fine. I don't need to touch it up. Tell me no. Tell me no. I guess at this point when you're watching this, I will already have done it or not. I might pull it up here and put it on the bed and show you what I'm talking about. I'm crazy. Am I not crazy? I'm crazy. But anyway, let's see if I can, I don't want to stand in front of the light too much here. Just see how like this piece here is a shade lighter than this here, but it's very minimal. And there is some, see, there is some variance here, which I think looks really pretty. I don't need to touch it, do I? I really don't need to touch it. I am being nutty. I'm being nutty. I really don't need to touch this. I shouldn't, but you can see here, hold on. There we go, there's the light. You can see this piece here is a little bit lighter than this piece here, which is what kind of bothers me. But it's so minimal, and that is wood, right? Wood is like that. Like these lines here, that is the wood underneath. That's not from the stain, that is from the wood underneath. This leg too did get darker as well. But you know what? I got it as close to perfect as I could get it. I really don't need to go in and possibly cause damage. I really should just leave it alone. My dad will be so disappointed in me if I touch it. I guess I'm not gonna do it. Really don't need to. I'm hoping that's not disappointing for the vlog, but my goodness, I really don't need to touch this. It is fine. It really is. Like I did a good job on it. I don't think I need to, considering how messy this stain is, I did a really good job. I do not need to go in. And this back one, this back piece is also dark. And that's just it. I did a beautiful job and I don't want to ruin it. So you know what? I think we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. I'm proud of it. I'm happy with it. That piece is dark, but so what? I really wish it would just be like, this piece just is still very red. This is just like black cherry. But it still looks really good. You know, see how light the wheel is though, because it's flat. This probably has one less coat on it than the rest of the wheel, but I mean, when you look at it, do you think that? Do you really know that? Not really. I don't know. I think it's quite okay. I think it's quite beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Good. Thank you for helping me make up my mind. That's what this vlog is all about. I am staining my flyer and my bobbins. I am finishing this, and I have a little hand spun project that I'm gonna pop on my needles and hopefully do this weekend at the bachelorette. So that sounds odd that I'm gonna be knitting at the bachelorette, but there are girls there. Actually, my sister-in-law, it's for her. She's my future sister-in-law. She's the lady that goes to Rhinebeck with me. And so she crochets. We crocheted and knit at my bachelorette 2 years ago. So, and then a couple of the other girls, I think, crochet as well. So like, I don't think they're gonna be crocheting there. I really highly doubt it, but like, I will be knitting. If I'm spending money that I don't have, and I'm going away for a weekend, and I'm getting a break from being a mom, which I'm gonna be sad about because I'm going somewhere where there's barely any service, like we're going way up north. I'm gonna miss her so much. So I'm gonna need comfort knitting. I'm gonna need to feel like being away from my daughter is worth it, which means I need my knitting. I need my coffee. I'm gonna wear my tank tops both days. and yeah, I'm gonna eat yummy foods and I'm gonna knit. I'm probably gonna pack my dad's socks because I'm working on my dad's socks now for his Father's Day gift, which actually looks very similar to the yarn that I just spun up. So, well, kind of. Like, it has the same kind of, like, it moves through the same, the variegated skein moves through the same colors as the sock yarn that I'm knitting for my dad. So that's cool. Okay, so it's been a minute, but I have made a little bit of a yarn haul. With the completion of my second home camisole this week, I really got to thinking, what is my next cast on? And it was supposed to be the vest number 8, and it was always going to be the vest number 8. But we have been hit with summer weather this week. I am in shorts today for the first time. My daughter got soaking wet outside in a little play kids pool, and it's been hot. It's been hot. No longer can I go for runs and not wash my hair. Girl thoughts. Anyway, it's made me think that I don't really want to start knitting fall related garments yet. I'm just not ready. But I didn't have anything else in my stash really. I mean, I do have some, I think, Pima cotton, Cascade Pima cotton in this beautiful sage green color that I bought to knit some kimono years ago and never did. And then now it's just sitting there and I don't know. I should probably knit something with that as well. Maybe a kimono with that. But that's the thing, I'll be playing yarn chicken because if I run out of yarn, that's a problem. But I could do a cumulus blouse, or I could even do a ranunculus. Anyway, that's like far away. Right now, I've decided that I really, really wanted one of the home camisoles, or a camisole in general. It doesn't have to be the home camisole again, but it probably will be because it's such a good pattern. Which will suck for you guys that I'm doing the same pattern the third time in a row. But I promise there's gonna be other stuff that I'm doing that's more interesting than this. But I picked up, so I was searching for like a couple of weeks now since I knit my first home camisole in the green. And then I switched over and did the second one in the powder color, which is like the most perfect. It's the one I'm knitting this time. It's the most perfect pinky beige, pink neutral. I really liked their slate color because it's not quite black. It's just a super dark gray, which is perfect for a really nice like tank top that would be great for like going out to dinner in, or like just a little bit, not dressier, but you know what I mean? Like a black tank top's like a staple. Like you can wear it underneath cardigans. You can wear it, I'm showing you the yarn. You can wear it underneath cardigans. You can wear it out to dinner on its own, and it's a little bit more, it could be dressed up or dressed down a little bit better than other colors can be. Like so can, like neutrals just can, right? Like beige can. My green one can, like I wore it out to dinner Friday night. The pink one can too, like all can. I just really wanted like a blackish one for when I just want to be a little bit more edgy, you know? So they didn't have the tin lina in the slate color. They did have 2 skeins of it, but I need 5 in order to do the longer short rows at the back, in order to make it work. So they did have the slate color in the line. So I bought 5 today, and they are, I think they're showing up pretty accurate on screen. So I'm quite excited. I can't wait to knit this. It's gonna be really awesome. I think, yeah, I just think it's like the perfect, let's go to dinner and just wear this kind of thing, you know, when it gets hotter. Although we did go out for dinner and it was like, it wasn't really that warm outside, I guess, Friday night. By the nighttime, it wasn't. And I was quite hot. Not gonna lie, when we went out to dinner, I was quite hot. and I was wearing a very thin cardigan over top of my home camisole, my first one, my green one. So I will be doing a third. Unless I have some crazy revelations, I probably won't document too much of it. But yeah, very excited about that. I was at my mother-in-law's today, and we were playing in the backyard with my daughter, Lucy. And she was playing in water, and she was playing with all the things, all the toys in the sandbox. It was just a great time. I love summertime. I just want her to be outside all the time. And then, you know, we just had to really think about shade at all times because, and there are big trees back there and like awnings and stuff. Like there were shades, but like she wants to move, right? And I don't have, the hats that fit her last year do not fit her this year. So we ended up going to Walmart and buying some hats. But anyway, it made me think, I really want to crochet her a bucket hat, but like a nice one, you know what I mean? Like something fine crochet, like it may take me a couple weeks to do it, but it's really, really nice. Not like a chunky one that you can do in like an hour or two. I want like a nice one. And then if it works out really well and I like the fabric, I'm going to do one for myself. So I picked up some yarn for her. So this is the Tin Lina in bubblegum pink, I think it is, which is like the most perfect, like hot pink. It's beautiful. I'm so excited. So I think I'm going to use a 3mm crochet hook for this, or should I do 2.75? I don't know. We're going to experiment. I don't want to hold this double for crochet because I think that's going to be a pain in the butt. So we'll see. I might start crocheting with this, and if I think it's going to take me a million years, I might exchange it for the Lina for her hat. Ooh, yeah, I probably should have. Maybe I should exchange this for this. Because I was thinking fingering weight because I was thinking of just having like a really fine knit, lightweight bucket hat. But this could probably take me so long. Although it's so simple, it doesn't really matter. But this, even though it's still a baby's hat, I don't know. We'll see. I might start using it, see how I like it. And if it doesn't work, I will return it and get more or double it up. I just don't like doubling up for crochet. I just think it's irritating. I might return this and get the line. All right, well, TBC. Is this not the most perfect place to sit and knit? I think it is. Dreaming of a sunroom like this someday with just nothing but nature in my backyard would be lovely. Right, Luce? I forgot to start filming, but I'm here in my dad's shop and I am staining my flyer and my bobbins. We didn't bring the wheel. We refrained because it's perfect and I don't want to mess it up because I could see that happening. So here we are, first coat. First coat, not always the best, but you know what? That is actually part of the wood. Anyway, I have to remind myself that because then I'm like, ooh, a mistake. I got to sand it a million times and it's not in the wood. So anyway, first coat looks good. It's underneath. I probably won't touch under there again. It doesn't need to be, but yeah, everything's been taped off because I hate having to try and remove it after the fact. So there we are. And I did this bobbin, just those sides. I'm gonna have to do, I usually do, because it dries really, really quickly because you do thin coats of it. So I usually do all the bobbins like this, which that's the only one I've done so far. These three are still clear right now. So I usually do the outsides first, get the plastic part, like the plastic core part wiped off because my other bobbins that came with my wheel, I forgot to do that as I was staining. And then the plastic has stain on it and I can't get it off. So this time, since these are going to be like my main bobbins that stay on the wheel with it, I wanted them to be perfect. So I did that. So far, so good. I have to give it a light sand when I come back in. and then a second coat, and that should be all it needs. I shouldn't have to do anything else. Oh, I see a piece of hair in that. Oh no. It's okay. You know what? I'm gonna, actually, you know what? It's coming out really easily. Oh, okay. Yeah, it came out really easily. Okay. The first brush I was using, I actually bought them ages ago, natural bristle, because they say natural bristle is the best thing to use for your wheels or any wood, anything you're staining. You should use, if you're gonna use a brush, natural bristle. So I bought some natural bristles, soft as heck. I mean, HE double hockey sticks, soft. I wanted to like paint myself with them, but they shed so many hairs all over this. So I switched back to these ones that I bought when I first bought the stain. And I didn't even actually use, I bought so many because I was just so paranoid. These don't shed, and they're just the $2 ones from Home Hardware. So yeah, so now I gotta do the rest of these bobbins. And then once I'm done the last one, I'll make like an assembly line of them. And then once I'm done the last one, just doing the outers and like the rims, once I'm done that, like the rims I'll never do again. Like that's the only coat I'll do, because you don't want these to be glossy and shiny. You want them, the brake band, to like actually have something to grip, right? So yeah, we're done with that. We're gonna do another coat on here. We'll just sand it. The insides, I don't normally sand and do a second coat. I will maybe do a second coat, but I don't sand because it doesn't really matter. I've got about 3 more to do. So let's do it. We've got the tops of the bobbins all stained, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So I just have to remember that. Oh, I missed that. Oopsie. That's like what I'm talking about with my other bobbins. They've got, like, see the stain on the plastic part? All the other ones I got pretty clean. Clean enough that no one would ever notice. Okay, all better. And now we have to do the insides. Alrighty, everything's done. All the centers are done. Everything's been cleaned off, so we shouldn't have any stain where it shouldn't be. This is the first coat, so I will have to sand lightly after this one and apply the second coat, and then that should be it. My second coat I'll do tonight after dinner. We're gonna go out for dinner, and then when I come back, I'll quickly do the second coat. Here we are about to do the second coat. I have sanded the bobbins down. This one already has second coat, and it's now hard to see because the sun has changed. So that's the second coat applied. I may end up doing a third to the ends. We'll see. But the insides are done. That's how dark they'll be, which is beautiful. Second coat has been applied to this guy, although I have to watch it. And just make sure, see, I don't get any drips, which I'm definitely getting there. Okay, drips are taken care of. No longer dripping. Looks really good. It's hard to see. My camera doesn't want to focus. There we are. Looking really good now. That might be the final coat for the flyer. Not sure yet. I'll have to come back and check. But anyway, we got 3 bobbins to do. So let's do them. And now see, we just clean off that layer of stain that inevitably gets on there. It's not perfect, but it's clean enough compared to my other ones. Second coat is complete. I might end up doing a third coat on these 2 bobbins here. They just don't seem to have it quite as thick as the others, but you never really know with this stuff till it dries because it has got to penetrate the wood. The flyer, we dealt with the drip. I don't think I'm gonna have any more drips. So I think I'm done with the whirl. I don't think I'm going to touch it again. If I do, it'll be a very, very light coat and it won't go in the grooves. I'll just do the flat parts there. Yeah, I don't see any drippings on here. It's looking really good. I should probably actually try to wipe off that metal on the inside that I couldn't get tape on. And now we wait for it to dry. Probably going to take about 4 to 6 hours this time, so I might be back in here tomorrow. I'll check on it before bed and then back in here first thing in the morning to do maybe a third coat. We'll see. I just want to make sure it's as dark as my wheel so it matches, but again, it's not a huge deal, but just because these bobbins are going to be sitting on the wheel, I just want to make sure that they get dark enough. The next morning, I definitely won't be staining the insides again. I think they're perfect. I think they look great. I probably will do another coat on the tops. Just a nice light one. I have, right now it's 7:30 in the morning. It's a cool day, but I bet it's gonna be just as hot as yesterday. Yesterday was almost 30 degrees. And so today it's so cold in the morning right now. And in the afternoon, it gets really, really hot. Feels like I'm on vacation, but I'm still here in Canada. So it's crazy, this weather. I have to remember this lighting in here though is so bright. I think I am gonna do one more coat on this guy, but just back here, not on the sides. The sides get dark really quickly. They have on all my flyers. So just the flat areas here. And then just the flat areas here. I'm not going to go into those grooves anymore. So I'm going to use a sponge to do along here. Everything else looks really, really good. So I'm not going to disturb things too much. So let's get to it. Always check a million times when it's the final coat, and I know it's going to be the final coat because you just don't want any dripping on the final coat. I think it looks good. I don't see any dribbles anywhere on the underside or the back side. I think we're good. Final coat is done. There's a nice chilly breeze coming in through the window. Now we wait. I've checked them all for any drips on the other side, and before it gets too tacky, you really need to sort those out if you have them. So that one's okay. This one is also okay. Ooh, what is that? Just a little piece of nature. We got it off. There. See, the edges there don't look great, but I think it might be too late to smooth that out. Let's see. Smoothed out. There's the bobbins. Now the flyer has had a new coat everywhere. And as much as I would like to get the whirl darker than this, I really don't think I'm going to. That's that. So if you enjoyed learning how to stain or learning how to work with this particular stain, then yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something, and I hope you feel the confidence to stain your wheel because it is awesome. She's done. I think the bobbins turned out perfect. They're obviously like a little bit of difference in them, but that's just the wood, you know. It looks really good. They match so well. I think I got the perfect depth of color. I'm really happy. What can I say? I'm glad I didn't take the wheel and touch it up. because that could have ended horribly. There's the flyer. It turned out really beautiful too. Very happy with it. Very happy. Gotta get the other hook in there. But yeah, it turned out gorgeous. Couldn't be happier with it. And yeah, anyway, the wheel is now officially complete. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please consider giving me a like and a subscribe. That would mean the world to me. I'm hoping to produce lots of these videos in the upcoming weeks, and I've been really enjoying them. Even though I'm not seeing much growth, I don't care. I've been enjoying sharing my crafting with you, and yeah, it's been awesome. So I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you learned how to stain your wheel, and it's maybe inspired you or intrigued you to do the same with yours. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna go party now. Bye.